have y'all heard about Meek Mill? His tweet that he put out this week. He wants to put in some money into the city of Philly to end gun violence.
Okay.
And he proposed the idea to the mayor. His new song that he's going to put out and his new album, some of the proceeds of that is going to go towards changing the narrative in the community. So how y'all feel about that? Some of the royalties that he would get will go towards the social change.
I feel like that's needed.
I think that's dope.
That's needed. I feel like more artists should do that, even though artists do that. But I feel like I'm happy that he's putting it in the public eye, what he's doing with his album to give back to his community,
With how Meek got the influence in Philly, I think that's dope. He's the man in Philly, so you should do stuff like that when you're the man. Mm-hmm. That's what the man's supposed to do.
And let's not forget, he was just in the public eye because of that Diddy situation.
Listen, I didn't want to say nothing about it.
Say it.
Listen.
Hey, we need some positive news out there. You feel me?
Listen. That's tough.
It is. But hey, he's doing what he needs to do.
I hope y'all forgive me for what I did with Diddy.
This was his. I'm sorry, y'all. That didn't happen. That was his speaking out.
Allegedly. But no, I think it's pretty dope. I think it's pretty dope of him. But my thing is, when you do things like that, do the content of your music change? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because that's a big thing. Since you do have that type of influence, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, how do you change your lifestyle? You know what I'm saying?
I doubt the music is gonna change, but you're right. When something like that happens, music should change for community purposes because you got the kids. When you're doing stuff around a community like that, it do make sense. But I mean, you got to do what make you money too.
Yeah.
So
yeah, people were like not really taking him serious because he came to Twitter. Like he didn't like go straight to the mayor, but he put on Twitter, I'm going to do a public contract with the city of Philadelphia where 10% of my music earnings go straight to the city to combat gun violence in our city. He did this because a known rapper in Philly goes by the name of Fat G's. He passed away not too long ago. And that was somebody he was close with. And he's just tired of the constant violence that's happening in the neighborhood. Okay. So we're just waiting for the mayor to respond.
Okay.
Yeah. That's dope. Be responding. Shout out to Meek for that. Hopefully other artists from other major cities, get it more involved in where they from as well. You know what I'm saying?
What else we got?
So our next ill topic, I know you were just in Atlanta.
Yeah.
We all probably been recently, and we know about the Keith Lee situation, how it's hard to find food out there. But Cardi B has partnered up with Keith Lee on a new viral TikTok series where they will be trying out different food that they like personally in different areas. So that came out this week. They started off with doing some testing, trying some things that's going on in LA. And how y'all feel about the influence that a lot of artists or just influencers in general have on the things that you like to eat? Like if you see something on TikTok, are y'all going?
Hell no.
Yeah.
I'm just scrolling.
I'm gonna be honest. I like to try things.
I'm gonna try to go before the artist or the influencer do it because the price gonna go up by the time I get there.
But I don't mind trying new things because I've watched a lot of Keith content. And he be like, is it the before you go to a place, he'd be like, is it the marketing? Is it this? Is it that? And he's right. Sometimes it just be the marketing. They just need a little more outreach. And you'll go try the place and it be fine. Like when we had Shanicki come through. She tried some spots. I went behind her and tried them and she got a taste. Yeah. So I personally, if I see certain stuff and it look good, I'll go try it.
So y'all trust Keith Lee. What about Cardi B? I know her food is a little weird. She like to mix stuff together like what Sweetie be doing. So she's on the show.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't be watching they stuff like that to know how they eat.
Yeah, I don't watch Cardi B. I've seen Keith Lee.
I eat with her though. I eat with Cardi though. I'm like, listen. Shout out to Cardi. I'm gonna offset that thing. You hear me? I'll offset that thing. You hear me?
So it took the internet by storm. Everybody is interested in seeing what the next series would be. So they'll be on TikTok tasting a lot of food around the city together and reviewing them.
I think it's dope though because I think also what he does is like food critics back in the day used to be in the newspaper. You know what I'm saying? That used to be a job you had to go to school for. You're an influencer on Instagram. You making money, man. And all over the world. And also you putting motherfuckers in line that's restaurant owners. You know what I'm saying? And with the influence of Cardi B, he probably be able to go in restaurants he probably couldn't get into before.
Oh, one more thing before we switch up. Shout out to Keith Lee in general because this brother, he'll go try your restaurant he rocking with it. He be paying out the owners cash. Like, don't worry about it. 4,000 on me. You do what you want to do with it. Matter of fact, tip. Here you go, but get him some bread.
Yeah.
Everybody in the house get to eat. Here y'all go. So big shout out to him. He's spreading this money the right way.
That's dope because not only if I'm helping y'all bring your business to y'all, I'm gaining business off of y'all as well. So I think that's dope.
Yeah.
Keep the money floating.
So our next topic, I know we all been like watching some documentaries this week. Some been telling stories we didn't want to hear. Some of them have been showcasing some things where we see like our family members in these documentaries doing some stuff we ain't never thought they would do. Even lawyers is coming out and doctors like, don't put me in the film, because now they didn't change their life. So one of the documentaries we're going to be talking about is the Freaknik documentary. It goes behind the mystery of what really happened during that time. I know y'all probably was in y'all Pampers during that time.
Right, keep coming. Right, keep coming. Right, keep coming. Right, keep coming. Side keep coming. Side keep coming. Hit it.
So they
Uncle Luke used to be wildin'.
They talked about the background of it and how it was actually originated by 5 HBCU students who attended Clark, Atlanta, and they came together as a club, and it was like, we don't have nothing to do this weekend for spring break, so let's do a picnic. And the freak part is inspired by the Le Freak song. You know, back in the day, everybody was dancing to that. So they was like the aspect of what that song brought to the campus, and then the picnic part, just taking pick off and putting Nick at the back. So that was the originator's idea. They did it every year starting in '83, and it turned into something else in the '90s, which ultimately made picnics and like Freaknik as a whole look different in the hip hop industry and just in the entertainment industry as a whole. So they talk about some of those things, the good, what it originated from. So I just want to know, what are y'all thoughts about Freaknik, or what do you think when you first hear Freaknik? I know y'all probably wasn't even around that time, but
when I first hear Freaknik, I think of freak. You know, it's finna to go down. I think of fun. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, that's you're right. I wasn't around during that time, but a lot of us we're inclined to know what. Can't even say we know, but we hear things that went down. But that's what I think of. It's fun. You know?
Was that?
I thought for me, Freaknik was just the black version of Girls Gone Wild before Girls Gone Wild came. Before Girls Gone Wild came out. I think it was dope. I wish we could still do stuff like that today. You know what I'm saying? I wish things like that, like those type of functions, still could happen and thrive. Because for black businesses down in Atlanta, no telling what that did for them down there.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Barbershops, beauty shops, restaurants,
all the tourists,
attractions.
Bread,
yeah, like
man.
Think about how much hotels. You know what I'm saying? Like artists, even artists, local artists, getting put on.
Yo.
Like think about that at that time. Like you think about all the celebrities, the networking that was created during that. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. Tupac man was down there heavy. You got Uncle Luke down there heavy. What's that? Goody Mob, Outkast, that whole Jermaine Dupri. All that down there. Everybody was going to Atlanta.
Hey.
Football players, basketball players.
Now, what you saying that in a way, do y'all feel like that might have amplified the hip hop scene down in Atlanta?
Yeah.
I would say they talked about it in the documentary, how Outkast was one of the people that utilized that space to put out their music. They were going to street, passing out their demo tapes, and everybody in the cars that was coming to Freaknik were playing their music, and they end up performing. But they talked about it all the time in the film, is that Freaknik opened up a lot of doors to, you know what, Outkast were saying at one of the awards, I want to say it was
the Source Awards,
the South got something to say. And that's what they showcased. That was their platform. And then more New York artists and people wanted to go to Freaknik, but before it was just made for Atlanta people, and people just wanted to see what was going on.
Yeah, that is dope. Shout out to the Freakniks and all the freaks that was participating in the Nick.
In the Nick, on the real, you know. I like that, brother. Hey, what can people let people know how they can check out Freaknik, and where is it at? Is it streaming on Hulu?
It's streaming on Hulu right now. You can watch it. They're talking about so many things, some untold stories that we don't know behind the scenes of what really happened at Freaknik. So I'll say watch it, and it just showcases what is currently happening at these entertainment spaces when we go on to festivals, and how women were objectified and constantly are in, like, not just the music setting. So watch it.
Yeah. Well, before we tap into this joint, lastly, Future, Metro Boomin.
Yeah, let's talk about that. You heard me?
Yeah. We don't trust you.
Hey, listen.
It's
First,
out.
R.I.P. to my nigga Prodigy. Shout out to Prodigy, man. For them to put that man on that project like that and have him doing his skits and popping his shit, that was tough. I think that was dope.
You see what's been going around, the speculation on social.
Yeah.
With, beef.
Yeah.
Dissing.
Yeah.
Kendrick came in, did his thing.
Hey. Put belt to ass.
He say, ain't no big three, it's just big me.
Bomb. he say your last project was a light pack, nigga. Prince outlive Mike Jack, nigga. Boom. Hey, yo, you what? Yo, that nigga went crazy.
Before I get into the joint, this is it a
nigga? Shots fired.
I think it's only a diss if somebody says somebody's name.
He don't have
art.
to.
It's art.
Listen.
He subliminally said first person shooter.
He basically said this. I ain't gonna point no elbows at nobody, but the person who I'm the person I want to point my elbows at, they got some green, they got some letters on their teeth. Nah, he did what he did. It's up to them to respond.
Yeah.
What you gonna say? All that friendly shit y'all be doing? All that friendly shit? No, listen, y'all niggas get in y'all place.
Man.
Cause y'all act like y'all that, and y'all ain't that. If Hove is Michael Jordan, right? Wayne is Kobe, right? K-Dot gotta be LeBron. Because this is what we playing for. We playing for the great of our era. Who's the greatest of our era? Y'all want to be us three? Nah, ain't no fucking big three. It's gotta be one of us. Boom, nigga. Yo, he went ham. He told that nigga, he say it's a K9 on that dog, nigga. You gonna be sitting in the pet cemetery. Come on. Told him his whole last album was whack. Your shit trash, bro. He just told you, nigga, your best. He said your best. What's Drake's best album, y'all?
I'm going with his first joint. Thank Me Later. I'm gonna go with Thank Me Later.
He said that was a light pack, nigga.
Hey,
that's what he said. Your best, whatever your best. Well, he left it up to the fans to decide what project was the best.
Mm-hmm.
And then that nigga he say, I'm walking with a stick, but this ain't Andre 3 Stacks. This nigga walking with the flute, cuz. He say, listen, I'm outside.
I think it's friendly competition.
Yeah.
And all Kendrick is doing is getting niggas to get back rapping and doing what they need to do on the music side. But I don't think it's actual. It's not. It's just get your bars up.
It's competitiveness.
Yeah, get your bars up.
And in an industry that's oversaturated, just because all y'all rap, we don't do the same shit. You just because you're a rapper don't mean me and you do this. Hey, he do what you do. No, you don't do what I do, my nigga. Mm-hmm. You're not even in. You make music, but you ain't close to what I'm doing, my nigga. This shit trash y'all niggas doing. And that's the whole point of listening to that album and you hear P talking and he like, nigga, that shit trash y'all niggas doing. Like, and that's what K-Dot, that nigga K-Dot now. That nigga ain't even Kendrick no more.
K-Dot.
That nigga K-Dot, my nigga. Man. Money, power, respect.
Man.
When that nigga say Prince outlive Mike Jack, nigga, boom. I like that shit. That nigga should have said Don Dada out. Oh, phone them.